Hello, Subject 4. Nice to officially meet you.
Welcome, everyone, to the Subject 4 podcast. We are a fan-made podcast of the 863 series over on the Matthias channel. Today, we are going to be going over season 4, episode... It's episode 7. We're on episode 6 because we skipped one, but they're on episode 7. But today on stage, I have today the lovely, do not pet her, pastel bears.
On, I am free to pet.
What? I would never pet a bear. Never, ever would I pet a bear.
I actually have a story.
No.
I live in like a heavily forested area, and this was back in 2018. We had a black bear on my porch because where I'm from, we don't have grizzlies. We have black bears only, and this bear like walked very far, like each day. But he ended up going to a cul-de-sac, and like kids were like literally hand feeding this bear and petting him. I'm just like, you don't do that with wildlife, like feral animals.
No. You shouldn't. Who am I supposed to notice?
Agent 47.
Oh, hi, Agent 47.
Agent 47, I have never saved a GIF harder than I have that GIF. Need it.
Oh, look at the polar bear. Polar bears aren't actually bears, are they?
I mean, bears in the title.
Yes, they are. Oh, are they? I'm gonna wait. Let me Google.
You're thinking of koalas.
Am I?
Yes, because they're often called koala bears, but they're not bears. No, I bet you're thinking of koalas.
Yeah, they are bears. Maybe I am. I don't know. So we have a like zoo. It's not really a zoo, but it's like a.
It's like a weird.
It's a museum.
Sanctuary.
And it's basically, for people who want to get up really close to wild animals without being like bitten or anything.
Oh yeah, that's a sanctuary.
Because it's just taxidermied animals.
Oh, never mind.
And I remember standing next to a grizzly bear going, "Holy hell."
Dude, you should see Kodak grizzly bears, because they can, standing on their hind legs, they can reach 10 feet tall.
Yeah. Enough about bears. I'm sorry, Pastel. But because I do have to work after this, so we are on a time schedule.
Oh, you're Fine.
I do want to thank everyone who turned out for our anniversary stream on Saturday. Did the full 12 hours. And then some. Yeah, that was fun. And then Control My Life was fun. I'm sorry I didn't continue with that, but after I was done with the stream, I just went, what did I do after the stream? I think I just watched some TV shows with my dad and then just crashed.
I was gonna say, I bet you passed out.
Yeah, I was tired. And I'm all like, dude, I literally just sat in a chair for 12 hours. Like, why? But it was also a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of like doing other things. So,
Yeah.
so props to all the creators out there who do like 24-hour streams. And yes, if we make it through this year, if I make it through this year, I will be doing a 24-hour stream to represent every month, but I'm not, I think that would be my limit, is a 24-hour stream.
Maybe if not if whenever season 4 ends, we can do that. Maybe.
Well, I was thinking, so the reason I did the 12-hour stream is to represent every hour was represents the months that we have been on. So, but I'll think of something for like past, like for season 3. I'm sorry, for year 3. We'll see. But yes, thank you for everyone who joined. We had a lot of fun. No, you cannot view it. It is unlisted. We did get some copyright claims on that video. We got 3.
Yeah,
2 I disputed. 1 I don't think I will win. And just, I'm just going to put this out there for all the content creators who listen. Be very careful when you stream season 1 863 videos. Because they were using some music from a library that they had, which isn't, copyright free for us. They, if they bought a licensed music, it doesn't necessarily transfer to the audience. So because I, Subject 4 Podcast, did not buy that music. Nobody told me this. And I was like telling everyone, all my friends, I was like, so I got a copyright claim. And they were like, oh, you could probably dispute it, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, it's this. And they were like, oh, yeah. Yeah, season 1. And I'm like, why didn't anyone tell me that? So I'm telling all the content creators out there, please be careful when you stream season 1 of 863. Maybe,
yeah. Sorry.
Maybe I'll go talk to Matt a little bit more and see like if there's any episodes in season 1 that is streamable, but when you stream it, you probably have to watch it like on mute, so you don't get that copyright claim. And then I learned, I'm so new to this. I learned that there's a difference between a copyright strike and a copyright claim.
I think we all did, honestly.
Yeah, it was all like, Soroxa was all like, wait, is it a copyright strike or a copyright claim? And I'm like, yes. I don't know. But yeah, so I think what we're gonna do, after talking to my team and all that, I'm thinking about, because actually I did not tell my team this because we got another copyright claim. I'm just thinking, because it's just a huge video, what we're going to do is maybe release highlights on a playlist or something like that. So if you guys did miss that stream, you can catch like the funny bits, like where I had my 2 friends. Yes, they are friends. They are my friends. They are not paid actors like Justin was trying to say. Little jerk. He's like, yeah, totally. She didn't just find me off the street and pay me to say I'm her friend. I'm like,
Agent 47 said if we do a 24-hour live stream or another 12 hours, we should play a D&D one-shot.
That would be fun.
I would totally be down to DM that.
Well, I mean, I've been doing so there's things I want to do, like new things I want to do for, like, I'm always like thinking of new things for the podcast. So there are things my friends Sean and Justin were like, oh, you should do this and this, and so the thing is 12 hours actually goes by really fast. So we basically did our homework and we almost didn't have time for that. Like, I had to start watching it on two times speed on some episodes. So, which, by the way, we did get a suggestion by somebody here on the Discord. Let me see who was it so I can shout you out for that. In our feedback and suggestions, it was Ryan, 863 fan. Not sure if I'm using the right chat, but I know you have been posting TikToks, so I was suggesting maybe also posting them on Instagram as Reels. Not sure if it would work, just a feedback and suggestion. And if you are on the Instagram, you are now seeing that we are taking that advice. Thank you so much, Ryan, for that. And once again, if you have any feedback and suggestions, again, this is your platform. You should have a say on what happens here. Please go onto our Discord. It's in the help section, feedback and suggestions. So we are taking that. And then I think I'm going to take it a step further and start posting our TikToks on YouTube. What's the difference? What's the difference between shorts and clips?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I thought you were following in my footsteps because coincidentally, as soon as you started uploading them, I was also uploading my video edits to my Instagram. So it's just like, oh, I influenced Artemis. That's cool.
Oh, look, Squatter's here. Yay.
Now we have the thing on gallery.
Clips are clips. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Mr. Bison.
Clear as mud.
He says no problem.
Ink Knight said shorts are TikToks, clips are not TikToks. Shorts are like 30 seconds, I think. I think shorts are like 15 seconds.
I don't know.
I do what I can. Yes. But yeah, so we have things in the works. Because I know like a lot of people are like, I don't have TikTok. And then, even our superhero Nugs on the Discord, he's like, I don't have Instagram, so maybe we should start releasing. And then I've been messing around on TikTok. I've been messing around with the like making like kind of like music video type of things, like everything you see on TikTok. And then I just released a theory one, and I really enjoy how that theory one came out. And that is up on the Instagram, that is up on our TikTok, and it will probably be posted up here on YouTube if I can figure out if it's a clip or a short.
Yeah, we'll have to do some research after this.
Yeah. See, even Sarah was like, I refuse to download the TikTok app. So, each to their own. There are people here on YouTube who are terrified of Discord, so they stay on YouTube. And then we have people on YouTube who are terrified to go over on Twitch, so they just stay on YouTube. So yeah.
Nick says shorts are pants with little legs. I hope that answered your question.
Shorts are pants with little legs?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah,
so they're pants for me. I have little bitty legs. I've got little legs.
Does that mean they turn into full jeans on you?
Well, like, let's say, like, I used to drive my mom nuts when I was in high school because she would buy me a perfectly great pair of jeans, and they would never fit lengthwise. Never. And because jeans here in the USA. You can't buy jeans like how you can buy men's jeans. Men's jeans are also not only waist but length. Women, it's just waist, and if you can fit it over your thighs and butt sometimes. So yeah. There's
Inknight
that.
says this is why you can't understand sizes.
No. And sizes like Inknight, like you also have, not only do you have that problem, but say, so you go from Levi jeans to, I don't know, the store brand jeans that you're looking at. They're the same size 16 in women. But they're totally different. One's like really big on you and one you can't even get over your thighs. Like, what? Sizing in America sucks. So
I totally agree. Meep said, YouTube stories are video drafts restricted to mobile phones, and you cannot, and yeah, they cannot be posted or read from different media. YouTube Shorts is a new YouTube edition similar to Instagram Reels. They are vertical short video media in a permit and assortment of elements. I hope that answered that question. Maybe.
thank you, Meep, for not being a squatter. Close enough.
My dyslexia.
Oh, they're talking about.
Oh, my dyslexia was out to get me reading that.
Don't you hate pants? I do hate pants. I like right now I'm in basketball shorts. That, and it's also, it's almost, what is it? It's 91 degrees here right now.
It's 48 right now for me.
Ugh.
It's cold here.
Anyways, so let's go ahead and get into this episode. Oh, by the way, because there was copyright claims on the video, I do want to showcase Set. Set did all the music. Like, he didn't just make it for us. Like, he did all the music, and I was all like, hey, I want to showcase you in my 12-hour live stream. Is that okay? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. Please check out Set's, that's STETT, on SoundCloud. He has, like, how would you put that? Like 8-bit form music for 863? I guess.
Bit crushed?
Huh?
Question mark? Was it? Oh, I thought you were asking a question.
Well, I am. I'm trying to describe Set's music.
I wasn't there, so I don't really have a reference to based off of. I was sick.
I know he was making it. I know he was. No, it's full out music scores. Yeah, and it's inspired by 863. It's fantastic, and you should check it out. Nick, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Nick, this music's supposed to go to the video game he's building, right? That was my understanding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Inknight wanted to know if it was 8-bit music.
I don't know. I know he's working on an 863. He's also the one that made that generator, the theory generator, that everyone just started spamming.
Oh, it's called Chiptune.
Chiptune. Okay. Yeah, so Set's been around, but he has been kind of like a hidden treasure that you know, doesn't really get showcased that much on the Reddit videos and stuff like that. So wanted to give him a huge shout out and thank you for letting us use your music during the 12-hour live stream. Because that was his music, like when we went on breaks and it was kind of running in the background when we were just doing the Let's Just Talk. Woohoo! We got a new subscriber.
Who did we get?
Somebody. Sorry, it popped up and went away. Hold on. Ryder.
Yeah, thank you for the subscription.
Thank you so much. But yeah, so thank you, Set, and let's jump into this video because.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, this video. Sorry.
I loved it. First of all,
getting my notes out. It was a very good video. One thing I do want to say, Underchill should die. I think Overkill should kill. Overchill.
I love Overchill.
Because I was anything but Overchill. I was Underchill. I love Overkill. Like, Squatter, you would. I don't know. I just didn't. I want Overkill. I don't want cheap mimicry of Overkill.
Yeah, you don't want bootleg Costco brand Overkill.
And I was telling Matt about it, that I didn't like it. I liked Overkill better. Then it caused a fight between him and Emiko about which is better, the Naked Matt meme or Overkill. And in my opinion, it's Overkill, then make it Naked Matt meme.
What about Naked Overkill?
I think Overkill. It depends. If he's wearing those glasses, I don't know what it is about those glasses.
It depends. Artemis responding about Naked Overkill.
Naked Overkill? Oh, I thought you were saying Naked or Overkill.
No.
Naked Overkill? No, that's not Overkill. That's underdressed. But no, so with...
I was not expecting you to say that.
Yeah. It's just, I just didn't like... I just want Overkill. I want Overkill to be wearing a fedora. I want the fedora. And, I want, an overcoat, but with, the collar popped up. Kind of like a PI. Like an old-fashioned PI. Oh, my God. Yes. Please. Matt, hit up Markiplier, because Markiplier in space has Markiplier as a PI. Yes. Yes. That should be Overkill.
Inknight made a poll.
Oh, no. Should I make it over on YouTube?
It's up to you.
Overkill, Overchill. Ugh, Overchill should...
I disagree.
You liked Overchill?
Yes, I've been saying that for 5 minutes.
Ew. Did not like.
Anyways, guys.
I think it's the hat. Okay. I know Amanda got him the hat. I know that. I know this. But it's too Californian. Sorry. And I don't like California. So there's that. But yeah, I do want to talk about something that Matt gave us. Well, Overchill gave us. I'm just going to skip that completely. Let's talk about this pin board. This is in the video description. And it is interactive. So Matt is trying to solve Deb's murder here. So we have Gary Reynolds, which I still think needs to be the Jurassic World dude. Then we have Scott Cleric. Like a person of interest. Well, yeah. Unknown. So I don't know if those are spoilers that these 3 people are coming in to get... Why don't they have Ben on here?
Good point.
Because, there was a love triangle that was going on.
Yeah, there was.
So, couldn't Ben have... I know, everyone loves Ben. But, he is a person of interest. He does have motive. Deb, it was unrequited love. He has that. He also blamed Wes, Deb's lover, of his accident. I think Ben should be up here.
I totally agree, because I do 100% agree with you that apparently Subject 4 has just basically forgot that Ben did have a crush on Deborah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we forgot about the love triangle. I think hold on. Move around the board with the right mouse button. Oh, okay. Thank you. So helpful. I think I just think he's one of those characters that everyone loves, but I don't know. I don't want to jump to any assumptions anymore. But if you zoom in here, like you can zoom all the way in here. So we have video clips in here of the new Mountaineer. Look how bright and shiny it is. You could zoom out.
I love how this is organized.
Yeah, I like the pens too. I just want
Me
to
too.
play with the pens. I wish you could like play with the pens or the string. Like you could pluck the string.
I love
That's just me.
I love how the pens look. I
So
love
we
this.
do. What's nice about this is what you guys can look up. You can zoom all the way in here and read that. But if you can't get a hold of the evidence, in premium, you can. This is your tool, I guess. Deborah's murder. Gary told us Deb was murdered, then confirmed by Deb. No motive, no means, no opportunity. I think he did have motive. Because she is a Syntec founder. And if he's trying to take over Syntec, he would have to get rid of all the founders. Right?
Right.
The absolute got stolen. So yeah, so this is all for you guys to take a look at it. To find this, it is in the description of the video that we're talking about. It is in the description. And then like I like the fact that it has the leave us theories over here. So if while playing around in here you develop a theory, you can just click over there and do that. So thank you, Matt, for this. This is very organized and unlike you. Yeah, so please head over there, play around, follow the strings, and see if you guys get any theories looking at this. But I do think that Benjamin should be on this board.
I 100% agree with you.
And maybe like the new guy that showed up.
That guy.
Mr. Ponytail.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wow.
I was gonna say Scout's already on there.
So I'm thinking while we are going through, when we're doing the podcast, we'll take a look at this pin board at the beginning of the podcast and see what's updated, what's going on, what's happening, because I don't want to see this go away. So
I don't either. It's very well put together, and I would hate to lose it.
Yes. So, but yeah, I wonder how many people forgot about this pin board because they were like, Ponytail guy. Who's Ponytail guy?
I want to read a few things out from chat.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Sarah, 1390. Thank you for the resub. First of all,
2 months they have been with us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And Agent 47 says, speaking of the stolen absolute, have we forgotten about Jordan Kendall?
No. I definitely haven't.
I can't remember what her classifications were, if we got any of her, like what she looked like.
We do. Let me get that. Actually, I'll grab it on my phone. I think I have it all downloaded on my phone. I think it's like brown hair, brown eyes.
Okay.
I've always pictured her like not white.
I totally agree, and I love that art.
I would love like Indian, like Native American. I would love that. Like, but I don't think Kendall is a Native American name.
I loved how you drew her, like the sketch you did. Like,
Yeah,
I
my
think,
comic book form. And then
yeah,
I found out that I'm only good at drawing ladies.
totally valid.
Tried to draw a dude. I tried to draw Wes, and I was like, no. He kept turning out like Dean Winchester. I'm like, well, I have a type.
I think whenever you posted the Jordan picture, I was just like, help, I am gay.
I'm going to evidence. Does anyone lose evidence like I do?
No, I do too.
I think I've downloaded the same thing like 4 times because I keep losing things, and then I'll find them and I'll be like, there's
Why do I have
where
4
it
of these?
was.
Wait a minute.
There's where it was.
Gemma on YouTube says brown hair, brown eyes.
Yeah. Here, let's go through these profiles. So Gary Reynolds, because I know you were saying ponytail guy.
Yes.
You thought ponytail guy. Where did my mouse go? There it is. Sorry. Losing everything.
Stop it!
You said ponytail guy, and let's go to his picture.
Yeah. Theories.
Yeah. Go ahead and talk about ponytail guy.
Okay. So I actually have 2 theories today. This is actually the first time in a while I've actually had theories for a video. So my first theory, since we're on the topic of tall ponytail man, is he could be Gary Reynolds. And let me explain. So, from the phone call, we obviously know that Gary is very much a man of power and he will make that known to you. He is full of threats, so much so that he even threatened Matt's company. This guy did the same, but to a lesser degree. And the tone of the voice, like without the phone, like from through the speaker of the phone, really like sounds and matches to Gary Reynolds' personality that we know from that phone call. And we also don't really have like a like set list description of how Gary actually looks. So I'm pretty much just pulling this out of my butt, but the personality and the way he speaks just line up to me.
So, okay. Gary Reynolds is 5'11", weighs 185 pounds, is age 49, so he's 50 years old-ish. When the Syntec profile summaries were written, and we don't have a date on them. I don't think this guy is 50 years old in this image.
Looks can be deceiving.
We do have additional information. Not much is known about Gary's personal life nor his education. He rarely speaks to anyone besides Nelson. So I don't really see him talking to Scott.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't think this is GR at all. We do have another shot of Ponytail Guy. Yeah. Was I the only one that the entire time thought he was talking to Ben? And then when I went to Reddit and people are like, who's the ponytail guy? And I'm all like, oh, so it's not Ben? So,
no, I totally thought it was Ben, but it didn't have the British accent / dialect that Benjamin had.
Yeah. So I'm going through the evidence that Shenelle gives to the premium members. We're missing a lot of profile summaries that were said on camera, but they're not up here. We have Deborah, we've got Wes, we've got Gary, we've got Scott, we've got Jordan, and we have Benjamin Cobalt, but we don't have Autumn. They said Autumn's name on camera.
Correct.
When we were going through this this little
The other Mountaineer.
no, it's not the Mountaineer. File cabinet that we found in Wes's storage unit. That's where these Syntec profile summaries are. And it flat out says Autumn Hill. And I know that when we were going through the Mountaineer, the new one, the brand shiny one, and Matt was reading the memo and he said, "Oh, we have a new character." I'm like, "No, you've seen this person before." Well, to him, it would be new because he
Is Matt now.
Yeah, he's Matt now, and this was Nelson. So maybe someone needs to remind him that they do have the Syntec profile summaries.
I was gonna ask to add on this. In the letter / whatever thingy they found in the other Mountaineer, did Autumn give her last name? Because it could be a different Autumn, but there's like
yes,
the same
in the Mountaineer, the memo. I'll pull that up just now.
That was the word memo. Thank you.
The memo, it was signed Autumn Hill.
Oh, okay.
Let me pull up the episode.
I couldn't remember if Autumn did give a last name. I know that episode just happened, but I couldn't remember.
Let's pull up.
This is above my pay.
Sorry for YouTube, you just heard Matt talking. Where's that episode? No, I hopped on YouTube and it started playing.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I didn't hear it because I have YouTube muted.
It was the Footstep one? Season 3. Footstep. I'm in an ad.
No, Artemis finally has an ad.
Do, do, do. Sorry. So if you guys want to hop over to YouTube really quick, I will show the scene that I'm talking about where it is mentioned. Autumn Hill is mentioned.
.45 weight, age 29, physical description in red. These are like just employee files, official title biochemist.
So these are employees.
These are employee files. Talia Jacobs, Chloe, redacted official title. Additional.
Chloe is in here.
Oh.
Well, we found Chloe. Chloe redacted. So, yeah.
Does it say anything else about her?
Information trial patient for
Other
Project
than
Spire.
a name?
Trial patient for Project Spire.
Anything else? Like
Here, let's
age?
rewind. We'll listen to the whole thing again, guys.
Files, official title
Yeah,
biochemist.
So these
I
are
can't hear it 'cause I
employees.
These are
have
employees. These are
Sorry.
employee files. Talia Jacobs, Chloe, redacted official title. Additional
That's weird.
information trial patient for Project Spire.
Wait, Spire.
Spire. Locate
Spire.
the spire.
Yeah.
So we got a close-up of her file, but it just says additional information trial patient for Project Spire.
Oh, okay.
Locate the spire.
Oh, there we go. There's a good Chloe DeWitt. DeWitt.
Okay.
let me go
So-
ahead and screenshot this for you guys. I'm also
So
going to send
there-
this over to the Science Babes as well.
There goes one of my theories.
Of who Chloe was. This happened on accident. I had no idea. We were looking up Autumn.
Yeah, I know. So I guess I'll go on and say what the theories I had. The other theory I had was.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna pull an Artemis, and I was gonna say Chloe could possibly be Scott Cleric's daughter, but they don't share a last name. So that or Chloe took the mother's name, so Scott couldn't have ties to this patient.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be like a lover. But the reason why I thought it was a child is I'm going to read quotes from the most recent video. This is Scott. I don't know. This is not the first test I've set it in on, and I don't see myself ever getting used to it. She's so young. The other man with him says, the patient, what even is her ID number? Scott. Chloe. Her name is Chloe. So the she's so young made me think she is an adolescence, that she's a child, or she's probably like a young teenager.
Ink
that-
Knight, can you pin that for me? Because I'm going to probably make the Reddit post on that. I just hopped over to the official to pop that over. Sorry. Continue.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
No, just Chloe could either be. Oh, Ink Knight says file says age 29 on Chloe. So
Well, again,
yeah, what's up?
we don't. How old were the trial patients? Maybe she was one of the
Exactly.
youngest ones of them.
That's what I'm agreeing with. Like, we don't.
How old is
No.
Scott again? Let me pull up his patient. Hold on, I got it.
I was gonna say I don't know.
Season 3. Go back to the old file cabinets. Scott Cleric is 34, so yeah, she's 5 years younger than him.
So, if that age gap,
And to me, I'm, someone being 34, yeah, that would be young. I don't know. Age is relative, right?
sure. So that
like
makes me
like Nick. Nick's old. But to Nick, he's not old.
I hate it here. But this makes me think that Scott, either his romantic partner, like Patient F with Woods, got taken away and ties have been severed, and Scott is very overprotective of this person, or he fell in love with this trial patient at Syntec during all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because that could be very likely.
Well, let's see if we get a good shot of Autumn's profile.
Fire was
I don't
the
think we do.
last thing that we had heard from Deb.
Chloe Druitt. I've never heard that name
Chloe has red hair, brown eyes.
before.
This one is fully redacted.
So this could be a
Deborah.
Flowers for Algernon
Blonde.
situation, and
She's
like,
blonde? This whole time I thought she was brunette.
I can't see the last name.
the
Read the
scientist
information.
fell in
Yeah,
love
we probably
with
Blonde hair.
So they find Debs. We already know Debs. Boring. Debs is boring.
Essential in hiring for the laboratory. Since she was hired, the company has reached great strides in clinical trials
Boo,
and productivity,
Deb.
especially
Boo.
in passionate and fiery with a sharp eye and desire to make the world a better place.
Who's writing these?
Depending on trial schedules, she is one of the few that include Project Pegasus and Project Spire. I don't know.
What's the next one?
The next one is Wesley.
Wesley.
Wesley Nathaniel.
Why would Wesley have a
So we have Wes's.
But in the Syntec?
yeah, and Wes age
Okay, they
33,
start reading
blonde hair,
through-
Cyphus at extension available.
Makes so much sense.
Wow.
This is all just information. Like who
Gary's
would
the next
is it
Gary
one?
Reynolds.
Gary Reynolds.
Yeah,
Syntec.
Gary Reynolds. Waiting.
Searching for a better way
Ad.
to collaborate with your team?
We're not letting the ad play through.
Looks like
while
it's
that
written
happens, I'm
not
gonna read this
from like
comment from,
employee
Agent
records.
47.
No, it feels like it's
Oh, hold on a
about
second.
all of them.
Oh,
Scott Cleric, Mr. Nathaniel's official assistant.
Wow.
That's a lot.
We found this name tag in
Sorry, I thought that
where?
would take longer.
What?
Oh wait, so
Okay.
it's not.
Could this be Cyphus?
Brown hair, brown eyes. When did they start? Official title, biotechnician.
She started late.
Jordan was hired as a biotechnician in BS in Harvard.
Really, that's a
Okay.
great point. What if this is Cyphus's?
This is location number 1.
No, I know. I'm saying.
Hello?
what
Okay,
is
here.
Cyphus's?
They're going to
No,
start
like,
going
is
through a
his
bunch of
name
employees.
No.
Like Benjamin.
I love
Cobalt is
how
the
the
next
auto
one.
Benjamin
auto
Cobalt.
capture.
This is literally everyone.
captions
Benjamin was hired
spell
as head of chemical-
Cyphus's name.
Sanchez. Yeah. Yellow
Spell it
Reed.
with a
Autumn.
C.
Yeah, Syntec in '88.
There it is.
Wow. That's when I was born.
Hold on,
we've
wait.
got
Reed,
Daniela
Autumn
Reed,
Hill,
Autumn
Carly
Hill,
Lewis,
Carly
Maria
Lewis, Maria Sanchez.
Yeah, these are
Never-
all-
Levi Foster.
Levi
Holy
Foster.
cow. My word, there's so many. Bryce.
Could be Levi. He
Heather
kind of looks like a
Williams.
Levi,
What are we supposed to?
right? Levi's have ponytails, right?
Probably.
So there's that. So yeah, go ahead to your quotes that you were gonna.
It wasn't quotes. I was just gonna read what Agent 47 typed in the chat.
Okay.
On Discord. Could also be a patient he identified with because of something as simple as hometown, university, etc. Not everything has to be a Grey's Anatomy love story. I just feel like the fell in love with a patient trope is cliche. It's possible, but I like gushy stuff. I haven't watched Grey's Anatomy, so it was strictly just like a theory that popped in my head. So nothing really influenced this. But I do agree with that. Like, it could just be something wholesome.
And it could also just be this is the first. He said that this was the first test that he sat in, and
True.
so it could just be something that he has just been traumatized about. Like, can't stop seeing her face, can't stop thinking about what she's going through, and he can't do it anymore. So it could be that.
True.
Very interesting. So if you want to see where that was, the timestamp was 22 minutes and 16 seconds in. It was the caught on camera paranormal footprints leading away is Chloe DeWitt. Almost. Wait a minute, Scott had a special connection with Chloe, so do you think Scott is the only one that hid all her information? Also, that's a good solar wave. That is a good thing because they don't know who wrote everything in the file cabinet. They were trying to figure it out, whether it was Nelson's, whether it was... See, they thought it was Wes's because it was in Wes's storage unit. But then he had a file on himself. Scott Cleric also had a file.
I totally agree that it sounds like someone after Wesley's passing overtook his storage unit. I totally agree.
Yeah, and maybe redacted her file to try to get her to flee, and that the passport that's inside of Scott's briefcase was for her.
I totally agree. Like, it has to be. Like, puzzle pieces are lining up for that to make sense.
East Rose says, no, he said he wouldn't get used to the screams. He has sat in for trials before, but what he said was that it was his first time having his name on a project, which made him feel responsible. Interesting. Well, let's get to the other things that we have in this briefcase. We had sweets. We had a candy that was oxidized. We had a Mars chocolate bar. By the way, the oxidization is called blooming on the chocolate. Chocolate doesn't necessarily have to be old for that blooming to happen. You can get chocolate blooming if the chocolate is incorrectly tempered, and Mars bars are pretty cheap, so it could easily have just been not tempered. But the one thing that indicates that it's old is the expiration date. So the people who were talking about the chocolate being oxidized is because that means it's old or whatnot. So, I mean, clearly the briefcase has aged. We know that because there is a sun fade on one side. So the stuff inside of the briefcase has also aged. But Scott clearly has not aged. So why? We also have the Mountaineer hasn't aged. So how come the stuff in the briefcase has? Weird.
I don't know.
Another thing is that a lot of people were talking about the sweets, and maybe you need to be like have a high metabolism sugar for people who are like Woods' theory about being in a coma. That people have to get that the calorie intake back. Honestly, my honest opinion, I really think the sweets, he's trying to stop smoking.
I agreed with this.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stop smoking. When you stop smoking, you turn to other addictions, and one of that is sugar. Sugar is one of those addictions that you can easily turn from nicotine to sugar to kind of give you that, because sugar gives you a burst of energy, and even like the taste of chocolate can be euphoric. So the same thing as nicotine. So you counteract one addiction with another addiction. A lot of smokers, when they stop smoking, they gain weight, and one of that is because they're eating more sugary stuff. So there's that. I really think he was trying to stop smoking, and that's why he's just got a bunch of sweets. We do have a packet of cigarettes in there. And again, I agree with Matt on this. Kids, don't smoke. It's bad for you. One other thing on this. The quantum physics book. Now, this is where a lot of the audience just goes, ugh, no. I don't want to talk about the comment. So, hold on. I'm answering a question on the screenshot. Caught on camera. What did you think about the quantum physics book?
It made my brain hurt.
I was so excited. I was all like, yes! Quantum physics! Yeah, I was super excited about the quantum physics book. Basically what that book was, I went through like, I actually found a copy of the book online. It's basically, what's his name? It's an Italian quantum physicist. But yeah, it was an Italian quantum physicist, and it's his notes, basically. Let me pull up the author's name. It's Notes on Quantum Mechanics by Enrico Fermi. It was published by the University of Chicago in 1961. So I did get a hold of this book and went through like the chapters. I even went through the chapters that Matthias said on camera. Which I'm trying to find. I took a picture of it for Steph, one of the science babes. So the chapters that Matt mentions is the optic mechanics analogy, Schrodinger's equation, simple one-dimensional problems, WKB methods, spherical harmonics, central forces, hydrogen atom, linear operators for mass point uncertainty principle, time-dependent theory, emission, absorption of radiation. So basically, like, if you start at I do have a playlist. If you guys are interested, I don't know who would be. And if you are, tell me if you watch all this entire playlist, because I even sent it to Matthias so he could learn some quantum mechanics. This is like the dumbed down version of all those chapters. So if you are very interested in that, I will put this in the description of the YouTube video. Where am I? I'm in the wrong chat. But I mean, it will take you, and you want a link to the book? Okay, I will get that for you, Grace. There you go, YouTube. Let me put this in the description. So, quantum mechanics playlist. Save. Okay, it is in the description of the video. There's not much to go on unless I had the actual book. If I had the actual book and I had, if I actually had Scott's notes, which I was hoping to get, we don't have it in evidence. We just got the book. I was hoping to get that, and then I could actually see what problems he was working on by the equations he was using. But it's basically just simple quantum mechanics 101. And I mean, I could see somebody like Scott having this book just to have the equations on him, because I mean, back in the day, they didn't have Google to just Google up Schrodinger's equation, which, you know, you can do that right now. You can just, or Siri, just ask her to bring up the Schrodinger's equation and you'll get the big giant math problem. You also can, one of the things that the book not only goes through Schrodinger's equation, it also goes through the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Because when you throw a ball in the air, you can, and say it hits you in the back of your head, you can use math to figure out where the ball came from, how fast it was thrown, and the location of the ball. They use that, I'm sorry to get kind of messy with this, but they use it a lot in like forensics. You can use math like for blood splatter. You can the directional of the spatter of the blood. You can calculate where the blood came from, where it originated from, where the person was standing, that the blood came from, where the bullet came from. You can do all that. But when you go into quantum level and quantum particles, you throw your physics book out the window, because the same laws that apply in the physical, like how we know throwing the ball, when we throw the ball, it's going to do that nice little arc and then fall down. It does not happen with quantum particles. We can make guesses using the equations like the Heisenberg principle, the Schrodinger's equation. You can use these equations to predict where particles will go on a quantum level. But again, throw your physics book out the window, you know. Okay, here, Pastel. I'll do something so you can understand. If you put your hands together in front of you, Pastel, can you push your hand into your other hand?
Rephrase?
Put your hands together. Can your left hand occupy the same space that your right hand is in?
I want to say yes, but I'm not smart.
No. Two objects cannot occupy the same space.
Oh, okay.
It can't. You
I
can't.
thought
You're always going to stop. And again, you're always going to stop. Your hands are going to come together in a clapping motion. They're never going to go through each other because they can't occupy the same space.
I thought you meant like, can they like share the same size?
Yeah. No, but they can't occupy the same space. If me and you were standing next to each other, you could not stand in the same space as me. You would always be standing next to. Now, in quantum mechanics, quantum particles can. Everyone's head just went, wait, what? Like, you can have the same quantum particle occupying the same space as another particle. It can also quantum particles can also communicate with each other without having any kind of connection. This is why Einstein called quantum mechanics spooky science. Because it doesn't make sense. It really does not. Quantum mechanics is very up as a we don't know and doesn't make any sense type of sort. So when going through this book, he basically had a bunch of equations to probably keep on hand when he was working on stuff with radiation. Because when you work with radiation, you are working on the quantum level and how radiation particles affect different material. So like the very first chapter, the optic... let me pull it back up. The optics mechanic analogy, that all has to do with light. Light, and it's really interesting to think about light in this way. But if you're standing outside and you look up at the sun, don't look up at the sun, but like maybe look at the sun that hits your hand.
Look at the sun with protection on.
Yeah, or for the particles of light to have come and hit your skin, they had to travel in a straight line from the source, the sun, however millions of years ago it came to be, and it escapes the core of the sun. This particle traveled all through space, our atmosphere, and that one particle landed right on your skin. And that's where, it got absorbed in your skin. So when you're talking about the optics mechanics analogy, it's also like, well, how come if you have a piece of wood and you have the same ray of light coming down, the wood does not reflect the light? How come it only reflects with the mirrors? Has anyone ever asked that question? I don't think they do, because everyone's just like used to, that's how mirrors work. Duh. Like, why do mirrors reflect things? It's because when that particle is released, that light particle hits the metal, it vibrates at the same frequency and then therefore gets bounced off at the same frequency that it entered from. But whereas wood's particles cannot vibrate that fast, so the particle gets absorbed. Does that make sense, guys? I don't think it does.
I'm gonna agree.
I'm an Italian. I've been using my hands this entire time. I wish you could see.
I'm gonna say yes because I want this conversation to be over. So much.
I'm definitely a Matt. Like when Matt is trying to explain spores and how like the editors were like blah 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 blah. I know so many people just tuned out. Like what?
That's me with math because I suck at math.
Freaking squatter. Does this guy know how to party? Or what? Anyways, check out that playlist. Squatter, I really want you to check out that playlist. Check out the playlist, learn something. The further you go in the playlist, the more mathematical equations you're gonna get. You might want to skip over the math and just go to the practicality of it. Like, because honestly, no one here, unless you are in school and you aspire to be a quantum physicist, nobody wants to know the mathematical equations on why it works. You just want to know not how it works, but why it works type of thing, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, I know how to run a computer. I don't want to know how to build one. I just want to know how to run one. Does that make sense? So this playlist, stop it, Facing Phantoms. This playlist is designed to kind of show you guys what the book is about. So you can understand the gist of why Scott could have this book. And you can start building theories on it without even having to know like the equations and stuff like that. But okay, I'll stop. Jerks. All right, let me pull up the book. But I hope somebody is out there all interested. Is anyone out there interested? Jerks. Oh, come on, Pastel. You're gonna watch the playlist, right?
I feel like I'm being held at gunpoint. So yes.
Yes, you will.
Okay, Nelson, yes, whatever you say, sir.
There is also there's where I think the book is only $10. You can get the copy of the book. Honestly, I would say you don't have to, because it's not going to tell us anything about the story, that the playlist isn't going to tell you. I'm hopping over there, YouTube. I will post.
I got it.
I got it. I'm here.
Okay.
Boop.
I'm calling out Mr. Bison Man because I had to delete a GIF due to too much movement. So I posted Stewie from Family Guy with a nosebleed, and he was just like, "Gore warning." I'm just like, I hate you.
Anyways, so the quantum mechanics book does not give us actual information on Project Pegasus or the Spire project. It doesn't give you any of that kind of information, unless I can get a hold of the actual like math problems that Scott. It kind of looked like Scott was using it as a notebook. If I could see those notes, I probably would have a better idea of what they were working on. So Jordan's, everyone's doing it. But so enough of the quantum. Let's go to the interesting machine that they found. So we have the EMS. If you're on YouTube, there is a screenshot of it. Where it looks like it's that needle thing that they put into muscles and it stimulates the muscles. I don't know why. Do you have any theories on the EMS?
Not really, other than, like, I wonder what its purpose is. I don't really have any theories revolving it.
So I know it's EMS microneedle RF machine, no needle. I don't know what brand. I'm trying to find the brand, but I don't think I can find the brand.
I'm gonna read Discord a little bit.
Okay.
Jordan says, did they use serum with it? I think in the video
Matt
they
said
mentioned-
yes. I'm uncertain.
I am as well. Because Matt said it looked like it could be sucking up something, I think is what he said. Don't quote me on that.
He thought one of the dials was okay. Mesotherapy is a technique that uses injection of vitamins, enzymes, hormones, and plant extracts to rejuvenate and tighten the skin as well as remove excess fat. That's
So it does suck. Agent 47 says they're juicing. Scott was a bodybuilder.
I don't think this was a mesotherapy though. Sorry, I'm just anti-aging, everything that I'm finding. The thing is this is all pseudoscience things that I'm finding. I don't know. I was so concentrating on the quantum mechanics that I didn't look into this machine. So if you guys have, I would love to know your guys' theories. So, bye, Agent 47. But so I think that's it. We had the chocolate bar, the cigarettes, the quantum mechanics, the passport. Are we missing anything else? Let me look at the evidence. Well, do you have any more theories that we didn't touch on?
Nope, that's all I had.
Yeah, that's all she wrote.
Thank you for asking.
Another theory that I thought was maybe the quantum mechanics book is another type of journal. I did see that theory floating around. What do you guys think about that?
I'm sorry, I zoned out. Can you repeat what you?
Because I said the word quantum mechanics. The quantum
Probably.
mechanics book is another form of journal. Oh, the PDA. Well, the PDA was just a PDA. And yeah, they figured out that he had Deb's number and that this isn't a cosplaying fan.
Oh, I did actually have another theory. That just reminded me. Well, not a theory, but more of an observation. Scott thinks it's the year 2000 because his PDA said the year 2000. Well, thank you, chat. I totally forgot about that.
Well, it says the year 2000, but the Mountaineer is the 2003.
Oh, true.
So that's weird.
I agree.
We also have a DVD that says "You're Gonna Want to See This," and "Gonna" is spelled Gunna. Weird. Okay, it's called an EMS infusion system. Okay, let me Google that. EMS infusion system. Nothing. Got an EMS infusion pump. I don't know.
Do you got any other observations or comments, boss?
I'm Googling. Do you want to bring someone up here while I'm Googling?
That's actually what I was going to ask if you wanted me to. So, kiddos, go on, raise your hand, and we'll get to you. Now is your chance.
Yes, so if you have any questions, theories, or observations, and you're on the Discord, just raise your hand and Pastel will bring up somebody. We also have a piece of paper. Go straight to the airport. Yeah, we already know that one.
Right now we have Grace and Ashley. Who do you want?
Bring them both up. Let's do
Alright.
Grace first. We haven't seen Grace in a while.
Well, of course I was gonna invite them both, but
yeah, not at the same time, but
yeah, no.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, Miss Grace?
I'm good. What you just remind me of is like actually I took a kinesiology class, fundamentals of kinesiology, and my professor literally talked to us about the same exact device that they use for muscle components.
Mm-hmm.
And I might be thinking, because for this experiment that I learned about, it's like the athletes go on treadmills and they use a big giant needle to like literally go through the leg to like collect any muscle samples to analyze any components, body structure and stuff. What if Scott would think witness something that literally traumatized him by seeing like what they did to Chloe? Maybe that's the reason why, like, every time he talks about her, he kind of like traumatized, scared, and afraid what happened. And maybe they did something that he didn't approve or didn't like. Well, whoever did the experiments on her.
Well, yeah, because we heard it on the tape when Deb and Wes were talking. We did hear the "I want to go home" and the screaming and the yelling, and then we could also hear like drilling. So it's I don't know. Like honestly, I'm at a loss to what is happening because I was always under the assumption that it is the serum is something that we inhale and then inject. So I don't. Could they be targeting muscles and putting serum into that? I don't know.
It could be because Syntec could do whatever they want. Syntec is a government facility, but that doesn't mean they could do any illegal.
Well, they're not they're
experimentations.
private. They're private with government contracts. And one of those government contracts is Pegasus, I think. What's that?
I think you're right. I actually have something to add to that with what Grace is saying.
Okay.
Usually whenever you do get an injection, they usually like inject it in like the fattiest part of the body. So like your bicep or your butt.
The gluteus.
Gluteus maximus.
Yeah. From what I know, this is done like on athletes. It's also done for back pain. To deliver kind of an electronic stimulant to the muscle. That's what I thought it was. It was but to inject, I don't know. I thought before sitting down and doing the research, I completely forgot, honestly. Artemis completely forgot about this and was just quantum mechanics. But when I was watching the video, I thought it was just something to stimulate the muscles. So, athletes, like runners who get like cramps,
Yeah.
you can put these like almost like what's that Chinese acupuncture. So you put these needles on like acupuncture points, have a electronic current go through these needles, and it stimulates the muscles, releases the muscles, stimulates the muscles, releases the muscles. That way it kind of eases out any kind of cramps or knots inside the muscle. I thought it was that, but then Matt was talking about injecting serum into it. I'm like, what is this? I don't know what this is.
I agree. I'm gonna add to that, Artemis. That is a very, very good point. So whenever I first saw it and Matt said that, sometimes with vaccines and like injection-based medication, they like massage the area either before or after, like even like whenever if you've been vaccinated for your COVID shots, you have a huge lump in your arm, and one of the things they usually tell you to do is massage that area.
But that's
So,
because
yeah.
it disperses the medication, not medication, but the vaccination inside the muscle tissue, because the body doesn't want foreign objects in your body.
Yeah.
So it's designed to keep things out and to keep the things that are already in it, to keep it in. So it's to stimulate that.
What I thought was it was a way, like whenever you are being injected with serum, that unit does the I lost my not I lost
Well,
my word.
it does the
It
same
massages-
thing, like massaging it into the muscle.
Yeah, it massages the area so that way it can disperse good.
Yeah.
But
I'll
it
have to
basically
look
said-
this up. Maybe it's just something that, because we do know Scott builds things.
Yeah.
He helped
Correct.
make Ben's mask. Maybe this is just something he built. So I'll have to do some research on that.
You also sparked something too, because my mom has back issues, and what she gets is a cortisone shots to help her with the muscle relaxant.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of reminds me, what if they did just something to the patients that we don't know about, like trying to like see how far the life plus can spread throughout the body. And maybe what the screaming that we heard is like someone having a really bad reaction and didn't want to do it anymore, but they like forcibly held them by force
See,
to make sure that everything goes well.
the screaming on the tape, I was clearly because there was a drill going on. Something was getting drilled. And a part of me wants to think that it was when the one patient was getting his his arm amputated, or his leg. Whatever patient it was had a bad reaction to the injection site, and so they had to amputate. That's what I was thinking. Solar Wave and Gemma on YouTube say, what if the person that was on the tape crying and saying, I want to go home, what if that was Chloe? Pretty sure it was male, though.
It sounded male, yeah.
Yeah, I think this person is male.
It could be Mark S, because didn't he get his limb amputated and then
that's who I was
back to the
thinking.
experiment?
Mark S. And then we also have Briggs, Ronald Bergs. Could be Ronald Bergs, could be Sam, Mark S. But yeah, it could be a lot of people. But yeah, thank you for that, Grace.
You're welcome.
Let's bring up one more person, and then we're gonna have to call it a day, and then I have to go to work.
Yeah, thought I'd come up and say hi.
Hi,
at least
Nugs.
once in the last couple podcasts.
Have you?
Well, I guess I was here for the 12-hour.
Have you? Do you have any theories? Have you caught up?
I've caught up, but in the chaos of everything that's been happening, I haven't really been able to think about theories. Like, our moving truck hasn't even been here. It's been in Kansas for 4 days now. So we're kind of frustrated, and it hasn't moved. So we're sitting in a pretty much an empty house. So no, I've not been able to catch up. I mean, I have, but I haven't been able to think of a lot of theories. Except I'm sure it's already been talked about, and I don't want to repeat it if it did, but what if, I think one of my only thoughts was what if Scott had been under the influence of serum all of this time, and now that he's, cause remember Matt, when Matt was under the influence and the influence was, taken away from him, he didn't remember the last 6 months. Well, maybe Scott was under the influence for years, and now that the spire was shut on or shut off or whatever, he only remembers back to the day that the last day that he was fully him, which was a day that he was just another day going to work.
And because of the spire shut off, now he's stumbling in to go to work.
Right, because he thinks that it didn't feel like any lost time to him. And I think maybe Nelson put him under the influence of serum because he found out that he was trying to save this patient, get her out, maybe? I don't know.
One of the things that... Wait.
If that was already talked about, I apologize for...
We got Jordan Kendall, GR, Scott Cleric. All of their badges were found with their lab coats at location 3, where they were going to show off the Pegasus, Operation Pegasus.
Oh, true.
There was also bunk beds there. What if what if location 3 is now like a phantom hideout?
Ooh.
And that's where Scott has been. That's where Ben goes to go to sleep. That's where Jordan and GR, because now all of a sudden GR shows up. Now we have Scott showing up.
Well, where were they the day that the trap went off, though?
That's the thing. Like, they could have been put into the trap, put into the bunk beds, and then, had all these other people get trapped, put there. They could have been on operations or something like that, or they can be moved to other locations, because we know that there are 24 locations now.
Right.
So maybe other than location number 1, which is Red Base, what if these other locations are kind of like their hideouts, like their safe houses, if that makes sense?
Right.
That would be like, because it's always bothered me that there were beds in location 3. That's always bothered me. Like, wait, aren't we supposed to be going to a lab, not camp? Like, and then again,
it really didn't seem like a lab, very much of a lab to me either. Even the little the garage, which was one of the Syntec, like, neither of those really felt like lab locations. I mean, they felt more like storage.
The garage could have been, and they just like took all their lab equipment when they shut their doors in 2019. Small. Because, by the way, Syntec shut its doors in 2019, not like 2005. And if I recently made a trivia quiz thing, very few people get 100% on it. Not even Matthias himself got 100% on it.
Really?
Yeah,
he actually took it.
Yeah, he took it. He got an 86%. So he passed with a B, but
right.
And somebody was all like, let's not dog on him, because like everyone was all like, oh my gosh, how do we know him better? Like all these like 100%ers, like Soroxa and Steph got 100%. But let's not dog on him for it. We have seasons 1, 2, 3, and some of 4. He's got the whole thing in his head, so
exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is like what we know up to this point. So
right.
But I mean, he's still passed, guys. I mean, some people. I'm looking at some people's scores, and it's like 43%. Like, it is very, very difficult, very, very hard.
I still have yet to take it.
It's pinned in general
I know. I
yeah.
I have to wait for my computer, but
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was it is difficult and haha neener. Um, but one of the things. So Benjamin's badge was not found at location 3. Does anyone remember where Benjamin Cobalt's badge was found?
I thought it was found in the Mountaineer.
I thought it was location.
Oh wait,
Good job.
Oh, Benjamin Cobalt.
Benjamin Cobalt's.
I thought you were talking about GR.
No, GR's was found in location 3. Benjamin Cobalt's was in the Mountaineer.
Yeah.
So his was in the Mountaineer. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
So
you're right.
maybe
No, I'm
the
getting confused.
placement of these badges are like the last time that they were themselves.
Ooh,
So-
I like that.
Because I mean, we do know that the mini serum bomb was fit inside the Mountaineer. They could have set it off while he was like driving. Benjamin Cobalt. They could have trapped everyone on location 3 and knocked them all out because Matt passed out afterwards. Knock them all out, put them in the beds, and say, "Hey, congratulations, welcome to the winning side. This is how it's going to go. You're now being controlled," type of thing. So it could be that. It's always bothered me that there were bunk beds there. So, but let's bring up Ashy, and then we're gonna have to say goodbye, guys. Is Ashy still here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Do you have a theory?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go kind of into nursing and like medical for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know some things about it. Okay. So the drilling and the screaming in the background. Because we could have someone like drilling a PICC line into like a leg, because if someone can't get like an IV fluid into like a patient's arm, they usually do it into the leg or like a different place on the body. So that could be a reason to the drilling in the background.
For an IV? A drilling?
Yeah. So you have to drill into the bone to get the IV fluid into it. So
Oh, you're talking about a bone marrow transplant.
Yeah, I was gonna say IVs don't go into the bone.
IVs go into veins. Because you can do an IV anywhere. You can put an IV on the top of the foot. When I almost died last year, they had to put it on the top of the foot. I do not recommend, because if you have to get up and use the bathroom, walking around with a needle in your even in the butt.
Yeah.
They can put an IV anywhere, because everywhere in your body there is veins. So
there's veins. Yeah.
But the drilling, I mean, there's so much that you use a drill for. You use a drill, like if you're okay. Sorry to get graphic, but here we go. Matt experienced ear pain while on the serum. That tells me there was swelling of the brain. You sometimes, when there is bad enough swelling of the brain, you have to drill a hole into the skull to relieve the pressure on the skull. So it could be that. It could be the amputation. It could be dentistry. I mean, there's many things that in medicine that they use drilling.
Welcome to Syntec Dentistry. We're going to be removing all of your teeth today.
Well, I mean, your teeth sit on nerves, so
I know. My dad actually had a tooth pulled recently.
Yeah,
it was bad.
You can have your jaw lock up and spasm because of certain medication. And so they would have to drill because you're crunching, you're breaking your own teeth. There's many things you can use a drill for, but not an IV. An IV is basically intravenously. That's why it's called an IV.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, the person sounded in pain. IVs, yes, it's a pinch and a poke, but you're not like, ah,
Unless you really take needles.
Yeah, but even then, like, then people like realize once the needle's actually inside you, it's tolerable. I mean, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. It's like, I hardly feel
Not
it
really.
now. Oh, I feel
I
better.
hardly feel it.
Unless they give you a dose of morphine. They gave me a dose of morphine the second trip that I went to the hospital for my accident last year. And I have to say, I kept refusing pain meds. I was like, I don't need it. Like the problem with me was the nausea, the fever, the
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion. I'm just kidding.
Diarrhea. No, it was that was my discomfort, was all that. But the pain was tolerable. It wasn't bad. But the nurses were like, okay, you don't have to be a hero. I'm like, I'm not. I don't need it. And the second time that I went in, they didn't even ask me. They just morphine. And I was just all like, I'm better. I could go home, right? Like, I was like, Dad, I can run. I can run, Dad. And my dad's like, no, you have like septic. You're like,
You're high.
Well, no, yeah, a little bit, but it was like, I was so happy with morphine. So if you give someone morphine and then put an IV in them, they probably are like, I don't care. But, yes, medical wise with that drilling, there's a lot of things that are used for drilling. Here's a random thought. They use metal pipes in a particular surgery. Does anyone know what that surgery is? They have to use a hammer, like a big mallet, and a pipe. And this is medicine.
Oh, I feel like I know what the answer is. No, I don't know the answer, but I've heard of it.
What is it?
I don't know.
A hip replacement.
I don't know. That's what it was.
It's a hip replacement. So what they have to do is your hip is a ball and socket joint. So when you're putting the like titanium hip in, you have to get it back into that ball and socket joint. So they take this pipe and they line it up on the hip, and you just get the surgeons like ding, ding, and it's kind of funny because you see the patient all like bodies like. It's funny. There also pigs are used in some medical practices. Like they will in a huge pig, and then they have a barbecue afterwards. Just kidding. But
just kidding.
Just kidding. Just kidding. But yeah, pigs are used in some particular surgeries. There's a lot of things that surgeries are called for, and a lot of people are like, "Wait, what?" But no, I believe you can go on YouTube and type in like a hip replacement surgery, and you can watch them actually do it.
I'm good. I'm good for it now. I'll save the hip replacement for when I get older.
The Syroxa said that the pig is used for a brain replacement. Now, if you are getting like a liver transplant or something like that, or a heart transplant, they will actually disconnect like the heart, the stuff on the pig, and connect your stuff to the pig while they put the new stuff in.
That's weird.
It is weird. Like a lot of people are
I
like
was part pig.
I mean, a lot of people, they say we share identity with chimpanzees. We're actually more closely, if you're going to go by DNA level, we are actually more closely related to pigs. So,
it's like one of those stories that Grandpa tells that he's sitting in his chair. He's like, "I was part pig once," and then his daughter's like, "It's okay, Dad. Just go to bed."
Oh my gosh, Syroxa, you become part pig and share thoughts until the surgery is complete. Yes. You think about rolling around in the mud. Anyway, well, thank you so much for that, Ashy. We're gonna have to wrap it up here so I can get on to work and.
Yeah, I need to help my mom.
Yeah, so, well, thank you so much,
I have to
Ashley.
get back to doing nothing in an empty house.
No problem.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. Have a good day.
Oops, sorry, I cut her off. I'm so sorry, Ashley! or them. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have to
Artemis is
wrap
sorry.
up the podcast here. If you guys have any more theories, we do have an episode tomorrow. So, and it kind of looks like the Mountaineer's going to be moving. And then we kind of heard Matt saying he's taking the Mountaineer or something like that. So we not only get footage of the Mountaineer moving, but we also, it kind of seems like Scott comes back for his car. That's what it sounds like.
What it sounds like to me.
Yeah, so that's what it sounded like to me. So we shall see. That should be an exciting episode. We will be back here Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But yes, let's continue to get Matt grief and tell him we want overkill, not overchill anymore.
I like overchill.
You're wrong.
I am right.
It's okay to be wrong sometimes. I want overkill. I did not sign up for this mimicry. I don't want. I want overkill.
I like overchill
We have
better.
overkill at home.
Soroxa, that is so good. It's like a hippie vibe thing. I love that. We have overkill at home. No.
Yes.
No. Someone do that meme when your mom says we have overkill at home.
Overkill was overdone. I agree, Agent 47.
I hate all of you. Fine. The
Well, I
naked
work
Matt.
for you.
No.
You want me to leave?
I
I'll
was
leave.
just about to say we have to have a whole episode of Matt shirtless just for Emiko.
Oh.
Agent 47, I love you too.
Maybe for Emiko's birthday, we'll do that.
I prefer the naked Matt meme over chill. Like over chill
so does
is
Emiko.
under chill.
You're under chill.
No.
Chill out, Artie.
No. He did not make me chill. Like when he started, he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "No, no, 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 no."
Hey,
No, only like my future husband can say "hey" to me like that. No, not Matt. No, Matt, you keep
Matt
that for
did, so-
Matt. Keep it with Amanda, please. Like that's Amanda's little thing, not mine.
How was what, Nick?
How was that? Matt to Amanda.
Bow chicka what? I said bow chicka bow
wow
wow.
wow. You could tell Nugs needs a girlfriend.
Rude.
If anyone, let's do a dating service for Nugs.
No.
One episode.
No, I'm nah, I'm good.
The next podcast after dark, we will do speed dating for Nugs.
No, that is not happening.
But it will be all
Sorry.
stupid. Like we'll all like create characters. Like
That would be hilarious.
we'll all
Like an after
we'll
dark.
do like a dating game. It's not serious, but it will be like every mod will like I
No,
know,
it's
but I
like,
know for a fact that Nick is gonna probably win.
It's like the thing that Tanner did a while ago, the where he dressed up in the red dress and the wig.
Yeah, that was the overnight challenge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
So
we do that, but it's just dates for me.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Squatter
I'm
said,
down.
"What did I just miss?" I don't know, but you're gonna win it.
Maybe-
We'll
Artie,
do fake
Artie.
Tinder profiles, and we'll do the dating game.
Artie,
I was
I'm
gonna say,
down, but
it'll
it's
be
not
like a
real
whole
because I already
show.
know.
Well, yeah, I already know that Agent 47 or Nick is gonna win.
That would be fun. I'm down.
Uh,
Just don't tell this one person I'm doing it. She wouldn't like it.
but yeah, but it would be fun.
It would be. I'm down. I'm totally
Yes.
down.
So
It'd be
I
really,
have
it'd be a
to-
really
so
funny
what, okay,
scripted after.
I
dark.
will put this out for the audience. Please comment down below in the video or come on the Discord and ping me. Well, don't ping me. Maybe we'll open up a channel. What is
I'll open up a
Artemis's?
channel.
What is Artemis's? I guess. Well, how would you call Matthias's overkill? What are they? I don't want to call them alternates because that's
Persona.
personas.
I don't know.
Egos.
Egos.
Thank you so much. So, what is Artemis's egos? I'm not. Well, oh God, I just saw
That's
the
kind of weird.
Martimus. It's
So
going to be the
are we-
Martimus, isn't it?
Are we creating
Martimus.
characters for? Is every mod going to create a character to do this with me, or just you?
will.
Everyone.
Okay.
We'll do that for
then
the next. We'll do that for May's After Dark.
Already, sorry, Inky. Yes.
I will make sure.
Yeah, Artie, Inky. Each of your altars needs one at least, including the children. I'm just kidding.
Anyways, I don't know where that thought
Yes.
came from. I told you we're always trying to push the boundaries, make this a better
I'm-
product for you guys.
I'm totally down for that. If you guys want to do it just as an After Dark, it'd be scripted, but it'd be pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, be improv, but scripted.
We're going to have to end it here. Check us out Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be here for the latest 863 installment. And and hopefully Nugs will be moved in and he could be the co-host. If not,
yeah, hopefully.
I don't know.
I need my stupid moving truck to get out of Kansas.
I am your vessel in which to.
It's not home for you, moving truck.
All right.
You don't get to go home.
You guys have a great rest of your evening and be safe, and we'll see you Thursday. Bye.